Well, today marks 80 years since the United States dropped an atomic bomb on the Japanese city of Hiroshima, killing tens of thousands of people. The bombing contributed to Japan's surrender in 1945, marking the end of the Second World War. Representatives from more than 100 countries and territories, including the U.S., attended a memorial ceremony in the city earlier this morning. Hiroshima's mayor urged the international community to learn from the lessons of the past. Meanwhile, at the Vatican, the Pope led prayers for the victims of the atomic bombings on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He criticized the global nuclear deterrence system. And for more on this, I'm joined by CBS News foreign correspondent Anna Coren from Hiroshima. Anna, thanks for coming on. Good to see you. So how has the city been marking today?
Well, as you say, Tom, there was a very moving ceremony this morning. The Japanese Prime Minister spoke. There were many dignitaries in the crowd. The UN Secretary General was also in attendance. But I think most importantly were the survivors. You know, there are less than 100,000 atomic bombing survivors. And some of them were in the crowd, but they have said that this could be their last major anniversary. So I think that made it even more special. Now, a few hours ago, just on sunset, thousands of people turned out to where we are here on this riverbank. You can see the atomic bomb dome behind me. This is a World Heritage Site. This was also the only structure still standing after the 6th of August 1945, when their city was completely annihilated. More than 140,000 people were killed, 90% of them civilians. And those people, they came and they're from all over the world. It had a real festival-like feel to it, but they came to put lanterns in the river and they wrote their peace messages. They inscribed them, obviously hoping, Tom, that there is never a repeat of the absolute tragedy that occurred here 80 years ago.
You know, Anna, every time that there's a landmark year for these bombings, I can't help but think of the survivors and the horrors that they endured. It brings me to the legacy of all of this. What legacy have the atomic bombings over Hiroshima and Nagasaki left on Japan?
Well, Tom, we have had the very good fortune, really the privilege, to spend time with some of these survivors. One of them happens to be 96-year-old Junji Sarashina. Now, he was 16 years old, working in an ammunitions factory when that atomic bomb went off. He said it was a concrete wall that saved him from the explosion. And when he emerged from the rubble, he described this scene to us. Take a listen.
All the victims were trying to escape the fire, you know, they all wounded, burned, and no clothes, no hair, and so we went back to the factory, spent that night at the riverbank, and watched the entire Hiroshima city just, you know, 180 degrees, just burning.
Yeah, Tom, he spoke of going to the Red Cross station. He wanted to help, do anything, and he was giving water to the burns victims. He said they were burned beyond recognition, and he talked about people like dying in front of him. But this is a man who spent decades of his life really campaigning for the elimination of nuclear weapons, as have all these survivors. And we've seen many of them here, or relatives of theirs here, talking about the history of this site and what happened here 80 years ago. And there's even children, 12-year-old boy who's giving tours of the site here in Hiroshima. And really, it is the younger generation, because there's a real concern, Tom, that with the passing of these survivors, their stories, their memories will fade. But today we heard from young people saying that it's up to them to make sure that their stories live on, that their memories live on, and the world never forgets what happened here.
Yeah, it's so hard to wrap your head around the impacts of nuclear war, and certainly something we should never forget as a global community. Anna Coren, we appreciate your reporting. Thank you.